I look like a drag queen. Yeah, I definitely look like a drag queen. That's so fun. Hi, I'm Trixie Mattel. I got a wish. Well, hello there, friend, and welcome to another episode of In the Kitchen with Becca. One day I will actually, make an intro. But until that actually happens, hello and welcome. So, you might be asking yourself, Becca, why do you have a full face of makeup on, bright lipstick, and a dress you should be wearing to a rehearsal dinner in? First off, I would say good call. This is the dress I wear to any and all rehearsal dinners I go to. Second, I will say to that, because we're doing something special today, I am all glammed up today to honor my pasta mentor, Salty Seattle, also known as Linda Miller Nicholson. She is a pasta artist. She is an incredible teacher and a fierce advocate for equality. And last week she posted something that I can't get out of my brain. She posted a beautiful lasagna with a pasta Ouija board on it. It's okay, so first off, asterisk, I hate Ouija boards, they're not allowed in my house. Y'all saw the ghost stories. I don't mess with that, okay? Do not mess with it. However, I saw this design. When you look closer, you see she did all of those cutouts by hand, and they look amazing. And I actually have never made lasagna before, and so I figured, why not make a spooky Halloween lasagna, have it for the fridge, and have Ouija board lasagna for Halloween while the trick-or-treaters come. We actually live in a neighborhood this year with a ton of kids and stuff. It's gonna be amazing. I'm gonna be doing a few things here. One, the most important part is the pasta. And I use Linda's pasta recipes from her book, Pasta Pretty Please. It's on Amazon, it's amazing. I have it all bookmarked, I use it all the time. It should just be two pastas, a simple egg pasta and a black pasta dough, which incorporates my friend and yours, charcoal powder. I made this black pasta for the first time last year. It's black. It's blacker than black. The fillings, I'm gonna make just my own recipes. So they're gonna be three fillings. One, a bolognese sauce. Two, a spinach, onion, ricotta mix. And then three, a cheese sauce or a bechamel. I'm gonna be honest, I'm not really that great at bechamel sauces, but we're gonna figure it out. And then we're gonna layer it. And then I am gonna try to make a pasta Ouija board top. See how close I can get. Now, I'm probably not gonna get that close, although I am equipped with an X-Acto knife to try to get those fine precision points, but we'll see. We'll see how this goes. She's really, really good. So we'll see how close I can get. But I will link the ingredients down below and just kind of take you quickly through the steps. But in the meantime, I'm going to be cooking all day in this full face of glam and hair and beautiful dress because of this awesome woman, to try to do my best to do right by her recipes, and her designs. So let's go. Also, if you live in the Seattle area, she does pasta workshops. So if you want to learn how to make pasta from her, sign up for one of these workshops or buy her book. I think she's also doing a virtual series, so follow her, learn from her. She's awesome.
Start by thawing your meat in some hot water because you forgot to thaw it overnight. Next, you're gonna gather your ingredients for your bolognese. Good wine, good olive oil, onion, garlic, 2 carrots, basil, and a Parmesan rind. Don't waste carrot shavings and give them to a good dog. Take a box grater and you're gonna grate your carrots. Then you're gonna finely dice your onion. Next, take all of the garlic that makes you happy, remove the skin, finely mince it, season it with salt to add some grit, and smash it with your knife to make a garlic paste. In a Dutch oven, brown your beef. In a separate pot, Add about 1/4 cup of good olive oil and your onion on medium heat. Cook until almost translucent. Then add your grated carrot and stir. Add about 1/2 tube of good tomato paste, oregano leaves, and cook for about 5 minutes. Then oregano leaves, parsley flakes, and chili peppers. Finally, add your garlic paste. Stir to combine, and then add to your beef. Deglaze the pot with wine. Add a can of crushed tomatoes and about 1 cup or 2 of beef broth. Drop in your Parmesan rind and cover to reduce. It should take about 2 hours. For the spinach mix, you're going to take a giant bag of spinach, 15-ounce carton of ricotta, Parmesan Reggiano, an onion, and garlic. In a dry pan, you're going to cook down your spinach until it looks like this. Then you're going to drain it. A couple tablespoons of olive oil and sweat out your onion. After about 5 minutes, add your garlic paste. Next, take your good Parmesan, and you can tell it's good Parmesan because it's got all of these flavor crystals in there. And I like to choose the one with a big rind so I can use it for sauces and soups. Honestly, grate about as much as you want, but for this recipe I used about 3/4 of a cup. And if you get any nubs, you can give it to a very good and spoiled dog. Back to the spinach. After it's been draining, put it on a cutting board and chop finely. Once it's chopped finely, you're going to take a bowl and squeeze it in your hands and still see all of the liquid. You want to try to get it as dry as possible. Once you do that, put your dry spinach in a bowl with your drained ricotta, cooled onions and garlic, Parmesan cheese, salt and pepper. Just mix to combine.
It's 1 hour into cooking. 2 of my sauces are going. Just poured myself a second glass of wine. I forgot to eat lunch. And I'm contemplating if Nick would notice if I broke into the Halloween candy. I don't think so, right? No. Just wait a week. Halloween is literally less than a week away. What right does Twix have to be so good? No right.
Anyways, onto the bechamel. You're going to take Le Gruyere, once again a box grater, and grate to your heart's desire.
I would just like to add to the record that I hate grating cheese. I've had to do it so many times already today. Lasagna!
Lasagna indeed. But first, the bechamel. You're going to take equal parts butter and flour. I used 1/2 cup for each. About 2.5 to 3 cups of milk, salt, a ton of pepper, and some fresh nutmeg and a microplane. To my 1/2 cup of melted butter, I added my 1/2 cup of flour and whisked until it looked toasty and foamy. It took about 3 minutes. Then I added my milk and whisked furiously until it thickened up. Then I seasoned it like my life depended on it with salt and pepper, and then I took my microplane and my fresh nutmeg and I ground it on that. Just in case if just so happened to drop the nutmeg in there, just fish it out with your whisk and pretend like nothing happened. Add in your Le Gruyere and some mozzarella, whisk to combine until the cheese is all melty, and then keep it on low to keep it hot.
Okay, so it is 2 hours later. All of our sauces... It is 2 hours later. All of our sauces are done. I've also had 2 glasses of wine. So I'm accidentally tipsy. I'm gonna take a break to do the dishes and clean up the kitchen a little bit and prep for pasta. So here's the sauces. So we've got our, focus. Got our spinach and ricotta. Got our bolognese that's fully reduced now. And then we have our bechamel, which we just made.
Once the bolognese is done, don't forget to add some fresh chopped basil. Now it is time for the king of kings. It is pasta time. For the egg pasta, I am taking 1 3/4 cup of 00 pasta flour, and 1/2 cup of semolina flour, a generous pinch of salt, and using my bench cutter to combine. Then I'm using my 1/2 cup to make a well in the middle, and I'm cracking 4 large eggs. Then I'm going to use a fork to pierce the yolks and scramble to slowly combine the flour and the eggs. It should look like this. Once the dough starts clogging up your fork, push the flour over the egg yolks with your hands. Use your bench scraper to keep hydrating the dough, and then once it keeps coming back together, use your hands. In a pressing and pushing motion, start kneading your dough. Resist the urge to add more liquid here. The eggs are plenty, you just have to keep working and kneading the dough. For regular pasta dough, it takes about 10 minutes in order to get a soft, supple dough like this. After about 10 minutes of kneading, cover with plastic wrap and set aside for 20 to 30 minutes. For the black pasta dough, I'm using Linda's recipe, which is 2 1/4 cup of 00 flour, salt, and 2 tablespoons of activated charcoal. Using the same method as before, use a bench scraper to combine. Make a well, add your eggs, scramble to slowly hydrate the flour, use the bench scraper to keep hydrating, and knead with your hands until soft and supple. Cover with plastic wrap, set to rest. And this is when I started to realize it probably should have been a 2-day project. But anyways, powering through. We're laminating our egg dough. So we're going to take a quarter of the dough, flour on both sides, flatten with our hands, and then we're going to pass it through our pasta machine at its widest setting. Then we're going to tri-fold it, press it down, put it at its widest setting again. We're going to do this a total of 3 times, and this is laminating the dough, which helps develop the gluten and also helps develop the texture of the pasta. Now we're going to thin the pasta. Liberally flour each side of the sheet, and now we're going to pass it through the machine, going down 1 setting each time to get about to a 6 or 7 on the Atlas pasta machine, or until it's almost thin enough to see through, but still a sturdy texture for the dough. We are making lasagna, so the sheet is going to need to stand up on its own to all of the sauces and the layers. And here we have our sheet of pasta ready to go. I basically just cut this whole sheet into 2, boiled each noodle on its own, and laid it down as its layer. Hey, since I'm making my own pasta, why not? I'm not going to cut it up into sheets. So here we go. We're starting with our spinach mix in lumps, and then we're taking a spoon and thinning it out. Then we're going in with our beautiful bolognese, might I add, and again, thinning with a spoon. Followed by our delicious bechamel, thinning it with a spoon, doing a quick layer of Parmesan cheese and pepper, and then repeat. Roll out pasta, bake pasta, lay the pasta down. Do spinach, bolognese, bechamel, Parmesan, pepper. Roll out layer, boil pasta, spinach, bolognese, bechamel, Parmesan, pepper. Oh my goodness, up until it is time to fold in the edges and make the decorated top sheet. This was my station where I sat down with my X-Acto knife and went to town. I pretty much just used Linda's picture as the inspiration and hand cut the alphabet, the numbers, some decorations, and then quickly realized that I was not going to have a lot of room for all of the decorations. So I figured the alphabet, the letters, and some of the border decorations would suffice. So I rolled the last quarter of the dough out by hand. And I then used my fluted cutter to cut the edges, made sure it was the same size, and then laid the top sheet down. I first put the letters on dry so that I could rearrange and gauge my space, but once everything was in its right place, I used some water on the back of the alphabet to lay it down on the pasta sheet where it would finally be. And here is how it turned out.
I come back before you, tired woman, but I did it! I made a Ouija board out of lasagna! Yeah, this was a really hard challenge. It took forever. I think I started like over 6 hours ago, but I think this is gonna be really delicious, and I think stylistically, it actually looks pretty good. I couldn't fit a lot of the decorations on there because I had to freehand everything with an X-Acto knife and pasta. And I'm pretty sure she had at least some like either stencils or cutouts, especially for like the circles and the stars and things. And I don't have any of those, so I had to freehand everything, so it took up a lot more room. But I got all of the pretty much essential things on there, and it looks so good. So I'm really happy about this. I'm really happy to eat it on Halloween. The spookiest and most delicious. So I hope you guys make something delicious and spooky for your Halloweens too, and I hope this brought you some holiday cheer. Thank you for watching. Goodbye. I don't have a sign off. I don't know what to say at the end of my videos ever.